The Andalucia Rally is the focus of the rally raid world as it marks a superb restart to the sport in 2020. Riders and drivers now have a real treat with sinuous stages ahead. Based in the very heart of Andalucia, the rally uses a central base at Villamartin, with ancient tracks carved into the rolling hills, making up 1,000 kilometres of stages. It's quite a complete terrain with a lot of dirt, but not so many stones. We've even found some sand. It's quite a varied course that will offer everyone the opportunity to again find the feeling with their cars. The Hacienda El Rosalejo is the base for the rally, providing everything all at hand for organisers, teams, riders and drivers. A perfect service area within touching distance of all of the stages, with world-leading facilities, nothing short of ideal for everyone. It's a big honour for Andalusian tourism to collaborate and to sponsor the Andalucia Rally. It's proof that we are going to place Andalusia and its two provinces, especially Seville and Cadiz, on a world level. Like many events organised in this area, it shows our ability and capacity of Andalusia to organise these major events. We'll show Andalusia to the world. 30 nationalities of drivers and riders from Argentina to Australia, Sweden to Saudi Arabia will be in Andalusia as 2020 gets back on track.
I'm super happy and excited to be back.
I'm definitely excited to be back on the bike and back in an event.
Really excited, it's like a dream. I never thought I would make it.
I'm super excited to be in a obviously Dakar Series race. We're really happy about everything.
Honda won the Dakar last time out with Ricky Brabec from the USA taking the biggest prize in the sport. It was a spectacular victory, but now the target is on his back. Kevin Benavides and Juan Barreda are alongside him at HRC.
What am I looking forward to the most? I'm not even really sure. I think we're doing a couple of the same laps this week, so I don't think very much open desert navigation. So I guess I'm looking forward to just riding some roads and getting faster on the piste.
KTM won the World Riders title last year with Sam Sunderland, but they've tweaked their bike with a better centre of gravity. Andalusia will be the perfect place to confirm the changes, especially after a punishing schedule of testing that's already seen them on the road for 3 weeks before the start of the rally.
Yeah, you know, it's always a good race to get back into things, get back in the swing of that race environment, and of course, anytime I race, I want to aim for the best result possible. So yeah, hopefully we have a good run, and only a 4-day race, so yeah, we'll have to see how it goes.
The team is full of fighters, including Matthias Valkner and Daniel Sanders, who steps up to the factory team for the first time. But Toby Price is fighting fit, clear of any injuries and ready for the challenge in Spain. Yamaha have grown to 5 bikes as they fight towards the top step in Rally Raid. Adrian van Beveren is always quick, whilst his new teammate is the World Championship runner-up, Andrew Short from the USA, who will surely fly on his new bike.
But definitely this is an important race for me, leading into Dakar, and without a race like this, it would be really difficult to go to the biggest race of the year on a new team.
Husqvarna have Luciano Benavides, a proven winner on these kind of stages, so he's another rider everyone will be keeping an eye on. Reigning world champion Stefan Pederhansel is back in the hot seat of one of the faithful minis in Spain. Pederhansel also has a new co-driver with Edouard Boulanger alongside him, so he's looking forward to getting back into top gear. Carlos Sainz belies his 35 years at the top of world motorsport. With 2 World Rally Championships and now 3 Dakar victories, he shows he's still on top of the pile.
It's so nice to be outside again and you know, being able to drive the car and join everybody, so happy. And I am really happy with the car, obviously not for these roads. I think we are going to suffer a lot, but this is not the aim of being here. It's not anything else than testing and put some kilometers in the car.
Qatar's Nasser Al Attiyah is an arch rival and also an Olympic medalist at clay pigeon shooting. So he and Sainz had their first head-to-head in the run-up to the rally. But who had the best shot? For a first-timer, Sainz did exceptionally well. Nasser Al Attiyah heads the Toyota Charge with the 4-wheel drive Hilux, a very fast, proven package. Teammates Yazid Al-Raji and Bernard Ten Brinker will be pushing him hard.
It's a nice feeling, you know, to be here now in a new rally, totally new for everybody, is in Andalucia. And really we feel welcome, you know, we see all the people happy, you know, to have all the driver and all competitor here, you know, in Andalucia Rally. And yeah, this is fantastic.
Mathieu Serradori's 7-litre V8 buggy has the speed and the skill to be knocking on the door of stage wins as well. A winner in World Rallycross, but completely fresh into Rally Raid, is Sweden's Kevin Hansen. His driving ability is utterly without question, but having a co-driver alongside him and being in the car for more than 10 minutes will be something very new. The Can-Am crew in SSV are favourites, especially with new suspension setup for Jones, Domzala and Fares. Nerves, anticipation with relief for all on the start line. It was a short, sharp 9-kilometre super special stage around Via Martin. For the Kalahari Ferrari, Ross Branch, and only his 3rd year of Rally Raid, was putting Botswana on the map. With Yamaha, the world is his oyster. 3rd on the stage. Australia's Daniel Sanders only signed a KTM factory deal the week before, but immediately was on the pace. He was equal first with fellow Australian Toby Price after a heroic run. For Price, he was happy to be here racing fully fit after a catalogue of unlucky injuries, but lockdown has managed to give him the chance to recover. 2 Aussies from down under were on top of the world.
All in all, it's been a good morning. Bike feels really good. I'm feeling comfortable, so this is the main thing. And as long as we can be there at the finish line, that's the main goal for this one.
Price and Sanders equal first after 6.5 minutes. The top 5 covered by 6 seconds. Onto the first big stage, and it was made up of 258 kilometres. Now, things were getting serious. Toby Price and Ross Branch got into trouble early trying to find the route, both losing precious time. Their day was pretty well done for the overall standings. Adrian van Beveren didn't have a great feeling at the start of the stage, but focused and then relaxed and went quicker. The Frenchman found the navigation a little tricky, but he treated it as the best training for the Dakar. 5th on the stage was good. Lorenzo Santolino raced with a good group and didn't really get any dust before finding a great rhythm, but he surprised himself to be 3rd by the end. Juan Barreda found the navigation took a lot of focus, but a technical problem with the roadbook held him back a little. He looked unruffled at the stage finish, happy to have bet himself into 2nd. Kevin Benavides flew on his Honda, storming through the stage to be fastest, even doing the last 80 kilometres without a roadbook.
I did a good job, but At kilometer 175, my road was broken, so I just ride without road book. So it was really hard for me.
A stellar ride from the Argentine, putting 3¼ minutes into the rest of the field. The wait was over for the cars. Helmets on, belts tight, everyone ready for the off. Cristina Gutierrez is not just a rally driver, but a dentist too. Perfect for a precision drive with her Mini. As a Spanish champion, she's no stranger to these roads, and that shone through with a 5th. Bernhard ten Brinker got caught for too long in dust and just couldn't get past no matter what he tried. Considering that, 4th on the opener is a great start for the Dutchman. Nasser Al-Attiyah went from 4-wheel drive to rear-wheel drive as a front drive shaft pulled out. So he was hamstrung at the first major hurdle, but he'll fight back with the Toyota. He got 3rd on the stage. Carlos Sainz knew he was going to struggle on these kind of WRC stages with the rear-wheel drive buggy, but he seared to 2nd and will make some tweaks overnight. That left Yazid Al-Raji brilliantly on top of the pile, nearly 2 minutes ahead of everyone else. The Saudi, with co-driver Dirk von Zitzewitz, was on top form, fast and victorious. But world champion Stefan Pederhansel had huge problems, repairing broken suspension with straps and a hammer.
On 10 kilometers before the end, the triangle was completely broken. We lost the time, but we are here and we are a little bit lucky because if the stage was full, this means 240, for me it was not possible to finish.
Confirmation with Al-Raji on top of everyone, nearly 2 minutes ahead of Sainz and Al-Attiyah. 243 kilometres made the 2nd stage of the rally. It used some of the previous day's mileage as well. Bad luck befell world champion Sam Sunderland after a crash left him battered and bruised. The former Dakar winner will be back another day. Kevin Benavides was distracted the day before after his brother Luciano crashed out of the rally, but the Argentine has continued to fly on his factory Honda. He had a big off before refuelling halfway through and took a big cut to his arm. Even with a 2-minute penalty, he led overall in Andalucia. 3rd on the day was Adrian van Beveren's Yamaha, serving him well as he was consistent over a stage that changed from tracks to fields to riverbeds. He was focused and didn't risk anything, even stopping to check things were good before getting back on track. Leading Spaniard was Lorenzo Santolino with the Sherco. He's loving being back in the heat of competition, but he's another who had that little voice in the back of his head thinking ahead for Dakar. Ross Branch said he played it cool after the day before, mindful to be sharp on navigation, but even then he had a great run to win with his Yamaha. Top of the pile, 1st on the stage, 5th overall.
The navigation is so tight here, you can't miss a corner, otherwise you miss a waypoint, so it was really important just to focus on that and go back to basics and have fun. You know, when you're having fun on your bike, I think that's the best for best results. So I had a really good time today, I enjoyed it.
Branch getting onto the leaders' table in 4th, but Benavides nearly a 3-minute lead over Santolino. Kamil Vinevski is at the top of the quad class, with Thomas Kubiena chasing hard, a mere 12 seconds behind overall. It's close. Mathieu Serradori's SRT buggy was super consistent as he hauled it through the narrow roads. His advantage? Lots of torque and less weight than the four-wheel drives, but the two-wheel drive is more suited to desert dunes. The king of Spanish motorsport, Carlos Sainz, hustled his two-wheel drive mini buggy through the tight roads. Of course he'd like the stages to be even tougher, but the overnight changes put him in third. Bernard Tenbrinker started off racing circuits. Tarmac and wheel-to-wheel dices could not be further away from rally raids, but he's holding his own and amongst world champions. Third on the stage, fourth overall. Yazid Al-Raji found the stage tight, slippery and treacherous, but the Saudi scorched the Spanish earth. Second on the stage and second overall by just 23 seconds. Nasser Al-Attiyah and the Toyota Gazoo Racing Hilux was flat out to the max and used every single part of Spain to try and get the edge. Even a rear right puncture couldn't slow him down towards the end of the stage. He led overall.
It was not easy road because it's very narrow, and we try to be in the safe side, you know, and I'm quite happy, you know, to come back, you know, and to win and to leading the Andalucia Rally.
So in Spain, it's a battle between the Qatari and the Saudi. First and second, just 23 seconds between them. Aaron Domzala led the T4 class as he mixed it in with the big cars. Teammate Gerard Fares was only 3 minutes back, and the third of the trio, Austin Jones, winning stage 2. Mitch Guthrie was heading the Red Bull Off-Road Junior team with a 1-2 in T3. Swede Kevin Hansen in his first rally raid was immediately on the pace, second in class. João Ferreira continued to head the T2 class for more standard cars without major modifications, his Nissan running perfectly over the rugged terrain. Shortened from the original distance, stage 3 was eventually 164 kilometres. Ross Branch was first on the stage after having won the day before, but it turned against him with some tough navigation. But he wasn't the only one to fall foul of a difficult junction at a field, with many riders falling foul trying to find the right slot. Once Branch got going, he then had a fuel feed problem that dropped him a lot of time. Yamaha's Franco Kaimi had a clear run through, steaming in with 5th on the stage. Javier de Sultre is again sticking it in amongst the full factory bikes with his semi-official Husqvarna. But he's mindful that his long-term target is the Dakar. A 1-minute penalty dropped him to 4th. Van Beveren has had a great rally and was up to 2nd overall. The speed he's shown on his Yamaha has confirmed he's always one to watch on these kind of stages. Making it 2 Hondas in the top 5, Kevin Benavidez recovered well after his bad crash to hold his overall lead, even with the odd mistake here and there on the maps. With all the ones on his bike, number 11, Joan Barreda won with a stunning ride aboard his Honda. Using a softer tyre, he used it to his advantage and then some to win by nearly 2 minutes, including taking a 2-minute penalty.
We are using like a kind of enduro style these days because we have a little bit more grip, but today it was so fast stage with the fast tracks, with the rocks and on the track, this destroyed all the tire.
So the overall lead of Benavidez nearly 7 minutes ahead of Van Beveren, Santolino, Kaimi and Price. In Rally 2, David Knight dominated the class right from the word go with his Husqvarna. The former Enduro World Champion led by 4 minutes with 1 day to go. Libor Podmol was right on Knight's tail and ready to pounce on the last stage. It was far from over. The Enduro Cup for more standard bikes was a race between Spain's Tosha Sherena and Mathieu Dauves of France, with 15 minutes between them in the overall classification. It's been been a tough route for all on the Andalucia Rally. Navigation and stages have been hard with rocks ready to catch people out. Bernard ten Brinker was one of those. He lost a lot of time in the middle of the stage. Mathieu Serradori kept his pace, but more importantly kept his head with the maps. He missed no junctions or directions to again be in the top 5. Stefan Pederhansel had a new co-driver with Edouard Boulanger and was pretty well there with the new digital roadbook. He made no mistakes. After years with rear-wheel drive, he's gone back into the groove with the Mini 4x4 to be 4th. It's a battle royale though between the two Arabian drivers, Al Rajhi and Al Attiyah. It's setting itself up for a great battle to the line.
I goal to push today to have good timing, and we do it well.
However, Al Rajhi got penalised 10 minutes after speeding in a safe zone. Carlos Sainz extracted everything from the mini buggy over the 164 kilometres to be the leading two-wheel drive. He's still treating it as a test for Dakar, but hasn't quite got the feeling. Al Attiyah wanted the win on the stage, but he also wants the win on the Dakar in January. Whatever the target between Al Attiyah, Sainz and Al Rajhi, none of them want to lose. Just one more stage to go. So with the penalties, it shook out. Al Attiyah leading by nearly 7 minutes from Sainz, Al Rajhi dropping to 3rd from Pederhansel. One final blast made up stage 4, the final flat-out thrash. Having only signed his KTM deal days earlier, Australia's Daniel Sanders had an equal first early on in the rally, but then he made sure he won a stage. He may have snuck it through by just 7 seconds, but beating the best in the world on your debut was more than impressive.
It worked out really well. Every day I spend on this rally bike, just keep feeling more comfortable. I'm really enjoying the rally scene at the moment, and yeah, just keep learning and learning for the upcoming Dakar, so it's been good here.
Overall, it's been down to Argentine Kevin Benavides to take the outright victory for Honda HRC. His pace on the Andalusian stages has been nothing short of stellar for the man from Salta. Van Beveren's Yamaha snuck 2nd overall, just 8 seconds ahead of 3rd, proving how tight the rally has been. After a crash on the Dakar, he's returned slowly, but this 2nd is a huge result for the Frenchman. Making it 3 different manufacturers on the podium was Lorenzo Santolino with his Sherco. The Spaniard's crew over the moon with the result at the finish. With a steady run over the final kilometres, he tasted the champagne behind Van Beveren and Benavides.
I really need that. I work a lot, was a lot of time without the victory, so this victory is very special. And also this victory is for my friend Paulo, and I am so happy.
A complete range on the podium, Honda from Yamaha from Sherco. Overall, the Argentine victorious in Spain ahead of Van Beveren, Santolino, Price and Barreda. Jerome Connart won the quad class with his Yamaha Raptor. David Knight won Rally 2 in his first ever Rally Raid. The Enduro Cup was all about Tosha Shirena on his Husqvarna. Yazid Al Rajhi showed huge speed throughout the whole event, and were it not for a speeding penalty would have been nudging for outright victory, but he's made himself a favourite for Dakar at home in Saudi Arabia with 3rd. El Matador Carlos Sainz is just unstoppable. At 58 years old, he is still winning on a world stage. His first WRC rally win was back in 1990, and here he is winning stages 30 years later. The mini buggy 3.5 minutes ahead of the rest today, 2nd overall. Having taken the overall lead on stage 2, Nasser Al-Attiyah was never headed to the finish line with his Toyota Hilux. The V8 howled through the stages to win the Andalucia Rally by over 3 minutes.
Really, it was an amazing race for us, you know. And not easy because everybody coming here, you know, to win and to show, you know, it's ready, you know, for next Dakar, you know.
The podium was a mini in a Toyota sandwich as everyone looked forward to the swimming pool. Al-Attiyah from Sainz, just 3 minutes and 40 seconds in it. Al-Raji third from Peter Hansel and Dieguez. T2 for the production cars was taken by Japan's Akira Miura, less than a minute ahead of Toyota Auto Body teammate Ronald Basso. Victory in T3 went to Mitch Guthrie in the Red Bull OT3 overdrive buggy. Rookie Kevin Hansen right on his tail after a brilliant debut. T4 was totally dominated from start to finish by Aaron Domzala's Monster Energy Can-Am. His incredible drive put him 6th overall in amongst the bigger cars. For the Andalucia Rally to have taken place is a credit to the organisers after a difficult 2020. We now look forward to a return in 2021.